Hello, entrepreneurs. Today I want to talk about pain, but the pain as a motivator. So, as entrepreneurs, we know that everything we do, we first think about the pain of our customers or the pain that we're trying to fix or to solve in our industry, or maybe really the pain of our customers. We even mention a lot the pain points of our clients or the problems we're trying to solve. And we as humans evolved in a way to avoid pain as much as we can and maximize pleasure. So when we decide on something, when we decide on changing something, we decide based on, well, first the feeling that we're having, and if this feeling is pain, then we decide to change or we decide to do something different. And at this time that we're living, it's a moment of crisis, of course. And I think one of the biggest things that this whole coronavirus crisis brought to us was to really see that we only change when there is pain. So it's not only about our customers or our clients, it's about us as well. So we as entrepreneurs, we also decide to do things because we have a pain point or because we think of a pain point of a client, or sometimes it's the same pain point that we had and then we help these clients with. So this moment that we're living, these moments of crisis, is a great opportunity for us to change many things. So we already have changed many things. And another thing that I believe that we can change is our motivation. So instead of being motivated by pain, we can be motivated by something else. And this something else is why we do what we do, or why do we have this company that we have. And I know this is quite hard for many entrepreneurs to think about it, because sometimes things happened, like you were led to having your business, to you just had you were good at something, and in the end you were like, okay, I'll make this a business. But most of us are still not really connected to this why, the reason why we keep serving in the business that we have. I think you've seen it already. Is a TED talk from Simon Sinek. He talks about the golden circle. So he says that the most innovative companies start with their why they do what they do, and only after they say why they do it is that they tell customers what they do. But the whole process, the whole branding is about why they do it. And I believe this is a time for us to really connect to this why, to really first to see it, but first to think about it, to feel why we do what we do. But there is a problem with even with our why as a motivator, is that it needs a glue for it to work, because our brain is so wired to really be motivated only when we are in pain, or maybe when we are excited, or just, I don't know. I think pain, unfortunately, is the biggest one. But our brain is so wired to do that, and it's done it for so many thousands of years, that it's gonna take a while for us to really switch to be motivated by our whys. And for it to happen, we also need one little thing, very important, very important little thing, is love. We need love to glue our whys with, or to glue our why with our motivation, so we can be motivated by our whys. And I know this is maybe even harder. A lot of entrepreneurs I've spoke to, I would say, oh, do you love what you do? And they didn't really. They could some. I know that sometimes people had that passion, like, yeah, let's do it, that excitement about what they do, but there isn't really a deep love for what they do. And this is another thing that coronavirus brought to us, or maybe brought to the surface. And we noticed that we're living a bit on, doing things on automatic. We don't really connect to what we do anymore, and maybe to our businesses anymore. It's like, oh yeah, I do what I do and it's easy for me, so I do it. So how do we love what we do? How do we love our customers? I know it's quite hard, and it is even harder because the love that we gonna use everywhere, for businesses, for families, or any way you can think, it starts with the love for ourselves. So that's as well why I started this business. I saw an opportunity. I saw, oh yeah, entrepreneurs really need to work on their mindset and to release some emotions that are conflicting emotions inside of them. So this was what excited me. This was what one of my motivations to start this business. But it really was the love that I have for entrepreneurship and for entrepreneurs, and to be around entrepreneurs, that really motivated me to stay on my path, to stay on track. So this is the first thing. We've got to sort out the love for ourselves. Now, just to help you sort out this love thing, I'll tell you what blocks love the most. And I believe as well that's why we are so disconnected to each other, so disconnected to our businesses, so disconnected to our motivations. It's because we disconnected to love, really. And we are disconnected to love because we are most of the time afraid of losing something. Like, we never get too involved because of the fear of losing that. Even if you've never lose anyone of your family or member of your family, there's still that thing inside of us that, oh, I don't know, if I love too much this business, I may lose it. So I'll never really connect too much to it. So this is the first thing that we got to let go, got to sort out as well. And to do that, of course, I believe we got to change our mindset and to really look at the things that perhaps disconnected us from love, disconnected us from really embracing it. And I also believe that once our motivations start with our why, and it's got this glue, which is the love that we feel, I believe that the business world is gonna be absolutely transformed, especially in the kind of ideas that comes up and the type of businesses that comes up, and also how we as entrepreneurs feel about our businesses and feel about, doing what we do. And by that, I believe as well that the business world is going to completely change, and also the world.